お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Let's do this. Try to keep up. Try harder. Think, what good would your death accomplish? Let's see how you handle it. Get back to the rest.
Mamma mia! How did you find me? For every life you've squashed under your boot, I'll take a pound of your flesh. This is the type of day it's gonna be? It's gonna be one of these days? Alright, bring it on then. I really don't like you.
Hey, this is voiceover Ian Gibbs, covering the audio for this part of the video because the music used in this segment is actually copyrighted. I didn't know this when I made the video, nor that people could copyright Beethoven symphonies, but I like having my videos without any problems that could sabotage viewership, so regardless, I'm covering up the audio here with my voice.
Little officer. What is going?
All of you suck! How am I? Oh my god! poop. And Coop has delivered undercooked salmon.
Oh, お前はもう死んでいる。
Dude. Uncool.
What is going?
Let's go.
Stop it.
You imbecile! You've doomed us all! Apologies.
Don't do this for
I have to do this.
bitch.
You dare use my own inventions against mine!
分をわきまえろ。知れ者が。フーが。
プランはできた。時を止めるんだ
Come on, strike me down, Zeus. You don't have the balls. No. Wait.
勘違いするな。
How strong you are. That said, you're about to become obsolete.
Hey, it's me, Goku! With me for a spirit bomb! Done! Spirit bomb!
Oh, you playing Minecraft? I like your cut, G.
爪を越えた今だこれからはタスクと呼ぶ
Stop it.
Okay, it's got a little kick.
Hello there everybody, my name is Markiplier and today we'll be playing some Jump Showdown. I know, it's me, Markiplier playing Jump Showdown, Markiplier. And I have a quest for you that you can do for me that I need doing. You need to do it, yes. Bring it!
I'm just lying on my skate, looking at my biscuits.
Alright, no stranger to the kind of business you guys are running. This is one of Reigen's special attacks, where he punches the enemy with his fist covered in table salt.
Meanwhile...
You're in for a treat now. You're better off scamming people. Fraud. I'll turn you all to dust. For someone titled the strongest, you're pretty weak.
What the hell is this?
any of you will ever be! So tell me, what the hell does that make you?
Okay.
I like your funny words, Magic Man. I like trains.
Consecutive normal punches.
Throwing flashback. Excuse me?
Hey, a letter! I have friends! Oh, that's not a letter, that's a threat.
That's a clean burning hell, I tell you what.
First of all, your Jordans are completely fake.
Meanwhile,
To the only place not get corrupted by corruptions. Space!
It's wizard time, motherfucker! Fireball! Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.
Do I call the police or a priest? A priest.
That's not good.
Okay, it's got a little kick.
my stockings. Hello.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
guess who it is? It's Ian Gibbs, the guy who has made the more recent videos you've seen on this channel. You know, the videos with Roblox gameplay and unnecessary editing techniques. Anyways, once upon a time, there were two Roblox JoJo games that were similar in actually more ways than both would want to admit to. Despite this, each game thought they could be better than the other game, so they doubled down on what the Roblox JoJo genre knew best. Making stands and specs from JoJo parts that haven't been animated yet, but they're obliged to do so because all the official CyberConnect 2 JoJo games have added these abilities with voice acting and sound design. First off, the models look clean. I appreciate how they even made models for Toru and the Head Doctor, although I'm not a fan of the color scheme they went with Toru. I'm more used to what CC2 went with for All-Star Battle R, but oh well. So Wonder Review's moveset doesn't really nail it with visuals, but its utility is one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a video game.
What the fuck?
Wanna know the crazy part? This isn't Wonder Review at full power. When it was released, Wonder Review's grab moves had no startup, Calamity cards activated routinely without opponent interaction, and you literally couldn't be stunned when in stand-on mode. This version of Wonder Review needed to be placed in a museum before it got mega nerfed the update after. I also like how Toru's more involved in this moveset, including more references of his cover-up as the Head Doctor, and even a move involving the Lokakaka. I'm saying this despite Toru's only canonical form of direct defense in JoJo being the knife he wields in his incoming Calamity beatdown. My only gripe about the presentation is how Wonder Review just blasts copyrighted music. Don't get me wrong, the Wonder Review is a fantastic Elvis Presley song, but I guarantee you can summon an angry Graceland estate with a cease and desist paper if you record enough Sakura stand Wonder Review gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, check this combo out.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Billy.
I see.
And stop staring at me with them big old eyes!
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Or perhaps not.
New 5 gum. Stimulate your senses.
Huh?
I'm not standing here for this. No, I'm not standing here for that.
A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. A loaf of milk, a container of bread, and a Joe Dirt DVD. A Joe Dirt DVD, Scarlett Johansson, and Treasure from a Fish Tank.
Well now. We're not cavemen! We have technology! D4C のさらなる段階だ D4C ラブトレインなんだとそこだ
It's wizard time, mother...
It ain't easy being a patriot. Fire! This is awful.
Yep, I'm not joking. You literally have to sit somewhere using the meditate item for 1 hour. Yeah, there's not really much else to introduce here other than to, you know, like and subscribe. The amount of shading and detail put into this thing is top-notch. Like, you could easily mistake this model to be from some official Roblox collaboration experience. I take that back. Speaking of which, the world's utility spares no time to show you heaven. Little to no move startup plus attacks that have good distance/range equals greater pressure game than Mariana Trench. The flashiness of this moveset does have AUT beat, however, encompassing more references of Dio's stand power and better capturing the overall cockiness of this prick. I gotta say, Sakura stand is definitely better than AUT when it comes to being faithful to source material. When they try.
You were getting lucky.
Tell me I meet him gear. What happens when the taste exhausts film? Can I have a whiff? Oh, nice.
Hello, this is voiceover Ian Gibbs barging in to state that I didn't record around 50% of Aizen's questline. Not just because Sakura stand updates are just excruciatingly exhausting anymore. I think these devs were medieval torturers in a past life. But because the next part of Aizen's quest was just too brain dead to even get content out of. Give Aizen the complete Hagyoku, then he'll ask you to do some bandit being. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Do y'all just really copy and paste these quests?
Ah, nothing like some Fruit Loops in my bell pepper, in my bell pepper.
Have a good time.
A few inches later.
Hello, guess who it is? It's Ian Gibbs, and welcome back to my ability comparison series, where I talk nonsense about an ability across two games for the next 8 minutes or so, and people are perfectly fine with that. But props to the developers, this moveset has some character. Leaking from every chokehold and finger flap. I should probably stop with this, but you get what I mean. I will say, however, that the developers really disappointed me with Star Platinum's time stop. Wait, let me rephrase that. The inclusion of Star Platinum's time stop. It's just the idea of not only giving base Star Platinum a fully mastered time stop, but also releasing Star Platinum the World separately, where the main point of obtaining it is for time stop. It's literally in the name. This is a problem that has manifested in all JoJo video games, and you're just circumventing the inclusion of Part 4 Jotaro when Part 3 Jotaro has the same time stopping capabilities that Part 4 Jotaro worked to unlock the full potential of. Well, unless you like shooting petite little balls. Why am I so erotic today? Spoiler. Oops. All grabs. First off, holy mother of God! Woman jump scare. Haha, funny. Time stop is included again, but since there's no separate Star Platinum the World ability in sight, I luckily don't have to kill anyone. Honestly, the only thing I have to complain about is how drastic the visual quality jump is from Star Platinum to the other arrow stands. Also, if you haven't noticed, Star Platinum has a variant move. Yay. Actually, with how fast Star Platinum's moves are to begin with, the added input delay isn't a big deal. Although, Platinum Smash oddly won't be executed for the duration its keybind is held down. This issue was actually worse on release, where you had to first press the key, then either press it again or hold it down. Sakura Stand developers, please refrain from coding what you don't know how to code.
おい、立てよ。時間食っちまった。
Hot diggity dog! This place is magnificent!
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
I see!
Well now.
This feels a lot like hell.
Watch this back. Watch.
Whoa! Sorry guys, my mind went somewhere. Wait. Something's a little off here. My knee hurts. Okay, so this series revolves around defining the ultimate version of an ability that exists across two games, with the criteria of achieving visual coolness and OP-ness. First off, what on God's green earth is this model? Previously, I was praising the AUT modelers on how primo their stand jobs were, but from what I'm learning here, there's apparently some outliers in their craftsmanship, like Seamoon here. Yeah, there's not much to inversion visually, but I guess the developer's gonna really do much more with it. To be fair, I can't imagine a different take on debuffing your opponents in this manner that isn't either extremely graphic or extremely fetishy. But, what do I know to validate criticism like this? Here I was thinking Sakura Stan knew how to reference source material with their abilities, but here's C-Moon reading the source material like it's a frickin' manuscript. But every move clearly has character, from the inversion fist to this goofy move. God, I love this move. Not to mention guns. Now, this is Sakura Stan, so C-Moon is obviously capable of some meaty combo strings. But what makes it interesting is how you can switch to pilot mode mid-combo and then use his exclusive moves. I actually got cyberbullied back in the day with a C-Moon combo similar to this one.
See me now, money at the bank, I feeling good. See me.
Now this is the part where I'd cleverly entice you to consider subscribing to my channel and watching my other videos. But this obtainment was exhausting on levels I didn't think the Sakura Stan developers could manifest. And being upfront about something is better than sugarcoating it, so please like and subscribe. Step 2, enter the Minos Forest. Step 3, enter this SBF 50 tree to talk to this hungry imprisoned fella. Now if you feel remorseful for this guy, don't. This syrup is crafted with some more alternate universe honey, as well as some MSG, which, as a considerate gentleman or lady like yourself, you might have been told by a hosh-posh Monopoly man who already obtained Eisen Evo that it drops from glutton curses with an estimated 25% chance to drop. While they might be correct, good luck having these red meatballs spawn instead of mosquitoes and spiders. I'm not a big fan of this backwoods cultural appropriation. And out of the 20 or so glutton curses I've killed, absolutely none of them dropped any MSG, so I had to resort to some rather absorbent trading. Well, that hurt to watch. Please like and subscribe. Honestly, I would have laced the dessert with cyanide and just rob him blind while he died from poisoning, but to each their own.
These glasses.
Come on, strike me down, Zeus. You don't have the ball.
Yeah, nothing but pushovers. Alright, I'm done. Don't expect any more of these individual Sakura Stan videos until these developers get their act together. I'm still doing ability comparisons, but in short, Sakura Stan sucks now. Like and subscribe. Anyways, One Piece, the greatest anime franchise of all time, behind Dragon Ball. Many things come to mind when hearing the words One Piece. Monkey D. Luffy, the Devil Fruits, the One Piece! But for me, I think of the art style of One Piece, obviously, and the key character design attributes that have resonated with fans across the world. And if you think I was going to say the promiscuous body shapes of the female characters, get your head out of the gutter, even though that was exactly what I was going to say.
Get over here!
You don't have the ball.
It is as bad as the experts feared. Hurricane Ian has made landfall in Florida.
Whatever, down.
You're probably wondering who this guy riding piggyback on my shoulders is. Long story, but I used Made in Heaven here to reset the universe for no particular reason. And I bumped into this Sasquatch during the process who I've apparently acquainted with. What does the heaven stand, you may ask? Simple. Get on their bad side, die. All part of God's plan. This stand model is absolutely perfect, from the muscle definition to the intricacy of its steed. Also, off topic, notice how Made in Heaven is virtually smaller than all the other stands in AUT? It's like what they say after all, it's not tiny, it's average size. I'll see myself out. Also, in typical AUT fashion, they worked in time acceleration very differently from all other Roblox JoJo games. A universal twist, if you will. They managed to make time acceleration PvP practical in such a genius way that it makes me salivate over how creative it is. It's practically just guaranteed combo strings at that point. Then there's the glorified version of time acceleration if you're feeling extra evil. You know, I've always been pleased with the older stand models of this game, even though they look like if AUT's models went back a couple console generations. Pretty solid model, but it's indeed bigger than AUT's model. It's over, lads. Not to mention, there's a universe reset, which is kind of bare bones in my opinion. It actually used to dissolve the entire map before the big ascension. Very unique from other universe resets. But it also increased your device's chances of exploding into the next Chernobyl, so I guess it was for the best that it was removed. It's also paired with a time acceleration that you have to wait 15 whole minutes before using. The gimmick of all gimmicks.
The epitome of logic.
Secondly, the rest of its moves are overwhelmingly high range in a game of close-range combat. Like mentioned before, Sakura Stand is like this to promote combo strings, which Made in Heaven is still capable of, funnily enough.
The epitome of logic.
Also, don't even get me started on time acceleration. It's nothing but a gimmick, and you actually go so fast that your character can literally slip.
The epitome of logic.
Good evening, sir. I certainly heard you got a license for that bike. Well, no, I don't. No? Then in that case, in the name of the Queen!
What I'm trying to get at here is the canonical power scaling of these ability comparisons have been a little crazy, so hopefully today's episode will have a simpler central figure. Oh, I'm talking about a literal Uno reverse card. Charming. Yeah, this ability comparison is about AUT and Sakura Stand's Gold Experience Requiem. A fan favorite ability among anime in general. Sir, you retconned a man into an infinite death loop. But wait, says you, the viewer. Probably. Gold Experience Requiem is an involved stand. Wouldn't it make sense to start with base Gold Experience? Your mother. Oh, pardon my French. Let me just... Get back to reality! Yeah, the AUT modeling team likes playing favorites, it seems. Maybe they're kind of like the animation studio for One Punch Man. When they suck, they suck. But when they hit, they hit. See, I'm not letting these guys live the Whitesnake and Seaman baseball fiasco down, although you can notice that this moveset emphasizes pummeling your opponent, which is understandable. I mean, look at this face. This is not a face with the intent of creating life. More so destroying life, I can tell you that. Don't like a Gojo user throwing random BS all willy-nilly? Return to 0. Don't like getting Malevolent Shrine for the 296th time? Limited skin aside, wink wink, GER's base model is uncomfortably surreal. I normally don't expect much from the Sakura Stand modelers. Their stands usually look like a lobotomy, but they literally made GER's eyeballs separate animation rigs. It's kind of disturbing. I guess they really wanted to show how unsettling GER's design actually is. But unlike AUT, Sakura Stand leaned a bit more towards GER's life creation capabilities, with enough trees to make Mr. Beast jealous. Also, remember when Giorno punched Bucciarati hard enough to separate his psyche from his body? Yeah, that move's here too. Kinda odd to see this move from near the beginning of Part 5 in GER's moveset. But Requiem stands are canonically their base abilities plus enhancements from the Requiem arrow, so I guess it checks out. And if you haven't noticed it by now, GER is a victim of this game's variant moves, where pressing a keybind for a nanosecond too long can be read as holding down a keybind. Not to mention how the keybinds for certain moves just don't make sense. Like, you'd think the hold down regeneration zone would be a variant move, while the life beam would be normal, but nope. Extremely disappointing, especially since GER can just say no you to incoming damage. This thing is actually supposed to have a return to 0 move like AUT's GER, but for reasons I can only sum up to be from Sakura Stand's clashing of old and new coding, it's completely disabled, but you can still wait for the cooldown of a move you can't even perform afterwards. Well, at least we have an awakening move in its place. This surely relieves all the stress I've developed from using this moveset.
Check it. Where am I?
I'm taking a look at the stand that paved the way for Seamoon and Made in Heaven, a DVD player. But why didn't I do an ability comparison on Whitesnake in the first place? You probably say to me behind your device screen, flexing those mythical muscles of yours. I just thought Seamoon and Made in Heaven would rake in more views for a growing channel like mine. Wish they did. You should watch them. After watching this video, obviously. And by the will of God, if you don't agree with that, then I'll subject you to my ever-changing playlist of songs I listen to. Trust me, my taste in music is horrifying. First off, let's look at the stand model. Okay, you know what? Primo modeling efforts. 10 out of 10 would manually equip again. Just use this as Whitesnake's base model. That's all I ask. You already made it! In short, these devs were extremely clever when adapting Whitesnake and Pucci in general. But does this admiration expand into playstyle and utility? Sort of. It fits with AUT's now fast-paced and aggressive mechanics, and it has no problem keeping your opponent on edge. Believe it or not, it even has combo potential still. The majority of Whitesnake's attacks have some of the quickest startups I've seen in AUT to date, so in a game that ruled out M1 stun combos, they kinda haven't, in a way. The benefit of being an elderly line of code. Not gonna lie, this is probably my favorite stand model made prior to this game's medieval torture arc. The foggy aura does help things, but overall, I think Whitesnake's design integrated well into Sakura's stand, unlike other stands that look like action figures left in the microwave for about 5 seconds. Yeah, Whitesnake should look good, especially after I wasted 120 arrows to roll the dang thing. I'm not exaggerating, it's about a 2% chance to roll Whitesnake from arrows. It's more of a gimmick than anything, and you know how I feel about gimmicks. Not to mention how move cooldowns are unusually long for a stand you can only roll from arrows with a 2% chance. I'm still questioning that. Like, how does it take 120 arrows to roll a stand from an arguably smaller ability pool compared to other Roblox JoJo games?
Oi, Josuke! I just taught the hand a really cool trick! Okay, you know how it can easily erase the atmosphere, right? Well, I figured that it can also erase the concepts holding the atmosphere together. So I taught it to basically swipe open into existence a black hole, a rip in the space-time continuum, allowing us to travel to whatever universe we please!
Okuyasu, I love you, you know that? But I'm just trying to wrap my head around what you just said in the last 20 seconds. Also, what do you mean by we? Who the heck is that? In this video, we're taking a look at Crazy Diamond, the stand of, this guy, but also an ability that can heal anything it touches, which is kinda lame in my opinion. Quite the support class, sure, but out of all the time-stopping and calamity redirecting, you settled with helping people? You know, maybe I'm a little biased on the bettering of mankind. I'm a sentient marshmallow creature after all. My views on violence against humans are more neutral. Babe, wake up, new Ianstube lore just dropped. Yet another example of excellent stand model jobs by the AUT modeling team. Nothing but the cream of the crop for us players. What makes the situation even funnier is how they even made a quality Josuke model for the player. Don't ask me where I got this skin from. All this for a formerly common rarity stand turned legendary. Let that sink in. Actually don't, because it gets so much better. But Crazy Diamond's true strength is when the opponent is down, because all of its ragdolling moves have soft ragdoll, and you're able to pull off Tekken-esque combo strings like this. This combo feels familiar. It's the AUT equivalent of cup testing someone, then spitting in their face, basically. Okay, this thing must have been designed by someone who loves Crazy Diamond with a passion. I got a feeling it was Infu. What y'all think? Anyways, quite the clean stand model in my opinion. It's like if AUT's design had more grit to it, like Berserk manga level shading. I have one nitpick about the model though. Those eyes, oof. They look like they distinctly recall witnessing Vietnamese speaking trees. Another thing is how this isn't even Crazy Diamond at 100% potential. Like AUT, YBA also includes versions of Blood Throw and Precise Shards, which actually played on one another. But in recent attempts to balance YBA's meta and I guess promote sub-power use, these moves were downright removed, leaving Crazy Diamond's playstyle kinda bare bones for whatever sub-power you equip to fill in the gaps. Imagine me talking about Part 4 Crazy Diamond, then jumping back and forth with, I don't know, Part 7 Spin.
It sure is nice driving my 2020 Chevy Silverado.
Hi, Squidward.
Now for this entire series, I've only covered stands from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, mainly because I love JoJo and its power systems, but also because JoJo is the reason why games like AUT and Sakura Stand exist. It's premeditated. That all changes today, because I'm taking a look at a highly requested spec and the first non-JoJo ability of ability comparison, Sid Kageno from The Eminence in Shadow. Okay, to be honest, I've never heard of this anime prior to these games adding this fella. And don't lie to me, I know some of you were the same way. Huh? And unlike JoJo, I only have a vague understanding of the Eminence in Shadow from YouTube videos randomly appearing in my recommended. Like how this creature looks extremely huggable and that road tar can be used as implants. So, Sid Kageno will definitely make for a confusing ability comparison. I presume this is an edgy character. Yay. Jokes aside, this is a pretty detailed player model. One thing I like about AUT is how they'll take the time to provide an ability with a special overlay for your avatar, while leaving other abilities with no player models and outdated stand models. Look, I gotta mention it, okay? I didn't know he could make entrapping spider webs, but now I do. The highest beatdown looks nice, even though I don't really know what's going on as an outsider, and the atomic move kinda looks rushed compared to everything else. I mean, it'll suffice, especially with the extra camera angles, but I know the AUT devs can do more than just a translucent cylinder. This all-rounder mentality doesn't stop with move variety. Okay, so take all the pointers I've mentioned about AUT's combat across these ability comparisons, then cram them all into a singular spec. Yeah, Sid is a certified wildcard, an ability comparison season finale if I ever did see anyone. This thing is just its own spectrum. You either whittle away your opponent's health or decimate them with slow but heavy-hitting attacks. Or you just die. It's your call. I won't judge. I'm carrying a metal stick. Doesn't seem like much to some, but as a male, I see power within the stick. I know I'm talking about the sword too much, but AUT literally provided a player model. How am I supposed to overlook that? But at least I've learned that Sid can apparently stop time. Infinite IQ here. But while it's definitely showing some age, the moveset is still pretty nice to look at. Well, except for the highest beatdown. I'm still wondering about the schematics of this move from AUT. Here you just fly around like a mosquito with no guarantee of hitting an opponent. Projectiles, AoE, combo potential, Sakura stand, yada yada yada, you get the gist. But compared to the other abilities we've judged so far, Sid's combo strings are pretty extreme. You are easily capable of landing 90% of Sid's moves on someone after a single M1. It's nuts, and I'm allergic. What I'm trying to say is this thing is pretty sick. Anyways, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and farewell, my people need me. Hello, guess who it is? It's Ian Gibbs, and I hope you enjoyed this 2025 video compilation. But like I stated earlier, I'm here to end the year off with a special message for you. First and foremost, I just want to personally thank everyone who stuck with me these past several months. I know I've said this numerous times up to this point, and I understand that it might have lost its meaning to some, but your support has really done much more than you'd think. Of course, watching this channel grow is one thing, but you doing things as simple as watching my videos have essentially pushed me to start discovering things about myself and mentally grow as an individual who was formerly in a mystique state of mind. I think I found my true purpose and identity in this world, and as cliche as it sounds, I couldn't have done so without your support. I could go on and on about expressing my gratitude, but to save time, thank you. The next order of business is regarding the future of this channel. Now, before you clinch too hard, actually don't, you'll pull something. No, I'm not quitting YouTube or this channel. I've always wanted to produce entertainment that audiences could tell was made by me, and YouTube allows me an easy entryway to chase that dream without worrying about the greenlighting and shelving of big business. Ironically, all your ideas have a chance to be viewed by the public on YouTube. It's the post-upload checks you have to worry about. Not to mention how you clearly enjoy my presence on this website, so why should I stop now? That being said, going into a new year, I would like to clarify the content I should or want to make based on my 2025 analytics. For starters, ability comparisons are here to stay. You love watching them, and I love making them. They're extremely fun and easy to make, not to mention how they promote a good amount of audience commentary and suggestions. Maybe I can eventually branch the series out into games outside the Roblox JoJo genre, or even Roblox in general. Maybe you'll see a Street Fighter vs Fatal Fury ability comparison someday, but I'm not making any promises. Wink. I also want to make more art/animation, or videos that more vividly express my talents and hobbies. I'm a self-proclaimed artist after all, and my last standalone animation did pretty well, so the demand is there. Now on to less appealing changes. I'll no longer be prioritizing videos about new game updates or simply raw gameplay. So videos covering the usually stretched out obtainment methods of new abilities, yeah, I don't want to do those anymore. I do enjoy playing these games, but I have my reasons for this decision. For one, these kinds of videos can be extremely time-consuming to make. Depending on the circumstances, developing a proper showcase and obtainment method with my signature editing style could take either a day or an entire week after the game's update was released. It's just so much work for a little reward, which brings me to my next reason. These kinds of videos more often than not do poorly on this channel in both a short-term and long-term sense. They're the kind of content that are only popular when something is 100% new. But even with the gap between update release and video development out of the equation, it seems that whether these videos immediately do good or not is always a gamble, whereas content such as my ability comparisons can easily surpass 1,000 views within 1 or 2 days regardless. Then there's the long-term analytics, which these kinds of videos are almost guaranteed to suck at. I like making content that gives viewers a reason to look back on and watch again. It's why I go the extra mile to edit something as straightforward as obtainment methods, and it's a rather genius way to generate watch time and eventually revenue. I've experimented with limiting this kind of content to YouTube Shorts, which has produced much better results than recent examples. examples, but I guess until one of these games releases an update that is either a guaranteed view raker or I'm genuinely interested to grind, don't expect at least a whole lot of update overviews, obtainment methods, or raw gameplay videos in 2026. So what will fill this new gap in content? Well, it has actually been filled already with ability comparisons and miscellaneous videos. They're undeniably more successful than anything I could achieve with almost rapid-fire update coverage, and it's not like you have a problem with that. You seem to enjoy my recent upload schedule. But that's the thing, your support is the backbone of this channel, and your thoughts and suggestions determine my every move as a content creator. Now, judging by my 2025 analytics, you've basically brought me to the conclusion of more building comparisons and less update coverage, but what I'm trying to get at here is you're embedded within every single component of this channel. You're the motivators, you're the promoters, you're even the brainstormers, and I hope to have your support going into whatever 2026 has in store. Love, Ian Gibbs.